Welcome guys, this is Dead Shark Triple Punch joining us today, talking about Epigenesis.
Hello guys.
For those who weren't actually at Insomnia, which is where we first met these guys, could you please give a rundown of what Epigenesis is? And this time you can use the word bull.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so Epigenesis is basically a mix between a sports game and an FPS. You can actually think of it like basketball on steroids. You jump around on platforms high up in the air, and you need to grab a ball and make scores on the opposing team. For any of you who remember like Bombing Run from the old Unreal Tournament 2004, that's one of the game modes that we've taken lots of inspiration from. Quake's been a large inspiration for the movement system, for instance, the very fast-paced feel of the game. So each time you make a score, you will get teleported back to your own base, and you will get a seed. And that seed can be used to capture platforms in the arena. The more platforms you control, the stronger your team will be, and when you control enough platforms, you will have won the game. It started as a part of the Make Something Unreal Live competition back in, I think it was last September. So we created a game concept for this futuristic sports game where each score was supposed to, create different paths through the environment, and plants were going to be sprouting everywhere. It was quite crazy. So we pitched that idea to Epic, and they liked it. So we ended up in the final four, and then during our development time, we realized that we couldn't do all of the things that we wanted, so we had to do compromises. The theme was Mendelian inheritance, genetics, and genomics. And we actually had as much as 2 months of pre-production time, where we mostly worked with doing concepts and discussing game ideas.
So with these different maps, will there also be a dynamic aspect to them? So having the environments move, so maybe platforms moving, or...
Yes, we are going to have 3 different gameplay mechanics for 3 different levels. Exactly what will be happening in this one we'll see in about 2 minutes, but there will be different effects for each, which will then in turn change how players can enjoy the game and what tactics they can think of. So the tornado is the gameplay effect for this level. It comes in after about 5 minutes, and it's supposed to kind of up the game, mess around with the players. You can use it to jump further, so it basically creates a more hectic, pumped game.
With that, there's the different seeds that you get when you score a goal, and the 3 different effects that they have.
Yes.
So with obviously the science behind the game as well, do you want to explain the different DNA with the plants?
Basically, you can affect the DNA of the plants by shooting a ray of light at them. So you can activate an ability, which then is a part of that plant's DNA, depending on different gameplay moments. Currently, we've got the shield, ramp, and a smoke screen implemented. We have plans on implementing 4 more plants in total. Players will be able to customize these together with the passive buffs.
Obviously, you guys are university students.
Yeah, we are all our final year at our university.
Yeah, and obviously you have to have that balance between Epigenesis and your university coursework, which must be pretty difficult.
Yeah, our school's been great in that we've been able to incorporate our work with Epigenesis in many of our courses. Some of us are able to do it now. Some of us are going to be working part-time with Epigenesis and then part-time with our university studies.
Those of you working with Epigenesis for your university work,
Yep.
You better get a good grade.
It's definitely been a learning experience creating Epigenesis. We learn new things all the time. Well, it's me and another guy who's working on the user interface for this game, and we had basically no experience of working with UI before. Everything you see is basically our first attempt at making something like this.
With Insomnia and the Gadget Show and some of the other events that you've been to, how did you feel that the general reaction was from those events?
A large majority of people who came in and played the game really enjoyed it and gave us very, very positive feedback. Both from people playing it and also from parents who came in with their kids and just were just standing and watching the game, and they were like, "Oh, well, this looks kind of nice, But yeah, it was great, having a main stage event was very great for us. It was the first time we did anything like it.
It must be great as well, taking that much positivity going back to work on the game after having that sort of response.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we actually had a lot of people watching us here from home. The guys here at our office sat down in a couch with some beer and were watching us as we present.
Obviously every Friday right now you do a game with the devs night.
Yes, we do.
And will you be continuing that on when the game eventually comes into release or beta? so people have a chance to then play against yourselves, or?
We are planning to do it during our alpha phase. We haven't discussed beta yet, but I'm fairly sure we'll be doing something similar.
Will there be a party mode?
I'm not going to give you any promises. It's not a part of our current time schedule, I'm afraid. We have lots of ideas for a party mode, though.
I was looking forward to party hats.
I want the party mode. Yeah. Well, do you think we should add race cars?
Of course you do.
If you want to find out more about Epigenesis, go to www.epigenesisthegame.com. The lovely guys at Dead Shark Triple Punch, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.